Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 10th of March 2021. This is the series where we go over the Shrine of Secrets in Dead by Daylight. There are 2 killer perks, 2 survivor perks. We go over what they do, how they work, how the perk changes as you tier it up, what characters they come with, and at the end I'll give my thoughts on which ones you should buy with iridescent shards. I have an online lesson in like an hour, so I'm kind of rushing to record this, to be honest. I'm also a day late, because like I said, I am back to school now, but I have got an online lesson this afternoon, so I've been busy all morning, so I've got an hour to fucking record this. This probably won't be uploaded before that. I'll probably upload this like tonight, but I'm recording this like, at 12 o'clock basically. But I won't upload it till later. But basically, apologies about being late, but yeah, I'm going to be a bit more busy, so apologies for any future inconsistencies with uploads. But this is a series basically we just go over the perks in the shrine, and I'll give my knowledge and like foresight on which ones I think you should buy, if any. And this week it's not great, to be honest, but kind of unique, sort of. I don't know. First of all, we have Breakout, which is a UE perk, and I feel like we had this kind of recently, not gonna lie, but I might be wrong about that. But I don't know, unless I was just, I don't know. I think we did get this like maybe a month ago. I'm not sure. This is a UE perk, and basically, when you're within 6 meters of a carried survivor, you gain the haste status effect, which basically means you move at 5% increased speed. At tier 2, that's 6%, and tier 3, that's 7%. For as long as you're within 6 meters. And the carried survivor's wiggle speed is increased by 20%. Now that's the main thing I would say about it, is that basically this is to help body blocking and like sabo plays. You find this combined with like saboteur and everything in toolboxes and survivor friends. This basically, the main point of this is that you help them get out of the killer's grasp faster, basically. You can take hits. The increased movement speed also lets you do some like dead hard plays and just basically make them keep swinging until the survivor wiggles off. 20% is really fast, and you'll definitely notice it. And again, if they have something like flip flop, which again is, you'll mainly have to just run survivor friends for this. If they have perks like that, then yeah, basically the killer's going to be having a hard time. I think this is a fun perk, and it's a good perk, sort of. Again, 20% increased speed is really good. You do get a little bit of a speed boost as well around the person. But for the most part, this kind of just... we'll discuss this with up the ante as well, but this basically just needs a bunch of other stuff to work. You can try and use it by yourself, but it's not really doing a whole lot. Also, if the killer gets down... if the survivor gets downed right next to a hook, then this won't do anything. Yeah, you just need to have like toolboxes and maybe sabo perk and like, an organized team and everything. Doing this solo queue can be quite awkward. So it's definitely a good perk, and is again pretty effective, but yeah, I don't know, I don't really see people use this a whole lot. But again, the effect is good. The actual perk is alright. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like it's just a lot of stuff you need to synergize it with, really. And again, if you're like me and you basically play exclusively solo queue, it's a completely different thing, and I wouldn't really recommend it, to be honest. Next up we have Franklin's Demise, which is a cannibal perk, and this got changed with his rework ages ago. So basically, your basic attack, and again keep that in mind, basic attack, if they have an item, the basic attack will make them drop their item, and it will be consumed by the entity after 150 seconds if it's not picked up. At tier 2, I believe it's 120 seconds, and tier 3 it's 90 seconds. Basically, it goes down by a whole minute. It's basically, yeah, you make them drop their item, and if they don't pick it up within, again, like 90 seconds or something, then the entity is going to take it, and it's going to yeet, and it's going to be gone. I do not know how this works with white wards. I'm pretty sure you need to still have the item in your hands when you die. No, actually, no. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, or like if you get downed by like a special attack, then you'll still keep it. So actually, I'm not really sure. I'll update like the pinned comment, or I'll tweet about it, about how white wards work with this. But I don't think they counter it per se. I think you still need to try and have your hand on the item, to be honest. Also, items on the ground within 32 meters Oh no, that's worded weirdly. Okay, no, so it reveals items on the ground within 32 meters with a white aura. Okay, that was kind of worded a bit strangely. The aura of items on the ground fade to red until they're consumed by the entity. So this is like the Wraith from Legions add-ons, where you can see the intensity aura of gens when you're doing stuff. It's basically like that. So it will just go from white to like more red the longer it's like, you know, gone without being picked up, and eventually it will just disappear completely. Again, this is a good perk. I think this is a good perk. This is solid. If you're against a team, if it's a survive friends or not, if all of them have items, or 3 of them have items, or they all have fucking flashlights, it's a good one to throw on. Again, the effect is good, make them get their item, and also it's good to make them waste time, because if it's obviously a really good item, they've got to waste time to try and retrace their steps, and especially if it's something like a key. Keys aren't that hard to, are hard to quite see on the ground, but, so the effect of it is good, but again, I don't know, I just feel like, even the old version was kind of similar to this. The old version just had it so if every time you hit them and they drop their item, they would lose 10% of their charges until eventually you would hit it and it would just disappear completely. So it's kind of, it's basically really similar, but it's just a bit more like, you know, they've got to do more to get their item back now without the risk of losing it completely. But again, I don't know, I just feel like I would use other stuff for this really. The effect is good, but like, I don't know, I don't really see people use it a whole lot other than just baby cannibals. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like this, I don't know about better options really. Obviously if they all have items, it's good for that sense, and that nice feeling that you don't need to worry about it too much. But yeah, I don't know. And again, with things like flashlights, it's like the Lightborn problem, where it's like, oh, it's good if they bring a whole, you know, the team brings a whole flashlight thing. And also, like, I don't know, I'd only really use it if you're new to the game, really. So, Franklin's is kind of weird. Again, it's like Breakout. The effect of it is very good, and it's a good perk, but I don't know, there's better options, I think. And I'm not sure. I don't know if I would take a perk slot for that, you know? Next up we have Territorial Imperative, which is a Huntress perk, and also it's one of my favourite names of a perk. That sounds so satisfying to say. Territorial Imperative. Territorial Imperative. Anyway, sorry. This is a Huntress perk, and basically, this one is really bad. This is kind of pointless, sort of. Basically, survivor auras are revealed to you for 3 seconds when they enter the basement and you are more than 32 meters away from the basement entrance. Territorial Imperative can only be triggered once every 30 seconds. At Tier 2, that's 25 seconds, and Tier 3, that's 20 seconds. I'm going to just say right now, this is one of the worst perks in the game. Seeing people go in the basement doesn't really help you a whole lot, because if you hook them in the basement, you'll know they're just going to get rescued anyway. And most people will always just kind of hang around the basement entrance, or they'll see the scratch marks going down into the basement. So the information it provides is basically pointless, because, you know, obviously they're going to get rescued at some point. Well, not all the time, but like, you know, most of the time someone's obviously going to be going in the basement to rescue them. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone use this perk, and I definitely wouldn't put 2,000 shards on it. Finally, we have Up the Ante, which is an ace perk, and this one also is pretty bad, to be honest. Sorry. Basically, for every survivor that is still alive other than you, you get a bonus 1% to luck to all remaining survivors. God, I cannot speak. I'm just keep looking at the time. I'm sorry about that. Basically, yeah, every survivor around you who isn't you, you get 1% bonus of luck to all remaining survivors, which just goes up to 9%. At Tier 2, that's 2%, and Tier 3, that's 3%. I should have said that first. But yeah, basically, you'll just get more luck. And luck in Dead by Daylight only applies, I believe, to escaping bear traps, which that itself got reworked, the system of how bear trap escapes work, and also unhooking yourself on from the hook on your first hooking. So luck itself isn't very useful, and once again, I feel like this is just a perk you need to just synergize with things, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone use Up the Ante where they don't have Slippery Meat and also Vigo's Jar of Soy Lips. I really don't like using perks and things that need other perks and things to like work properly. And this is what I was complaining about Nemesis last week, about how like the effect is okay, but you can't really use that perk by itself because it just kind of doesn't really do anything. You need to have other like obsession perks or with certain killers and like add-ons and stuff. I feel like it's the same thing with this. And again, like I said, luck really only applies to trapper traps, and again, if you're not facing a trapper, then that's that already eliminated. And also unhooking yourself on the first try, well, not on the first try, but when you get hooked for the first time. So yeah, I see this used quite commonly, but that's just because I see them on aces, and like I don't know if they have other perks or not, and they're just using that for as like a alternative. But I don't see people using this willingly, and unfortunately I just think it's not a very helpful effect, to be honest. Yeah. So now we're going to go for which ones I think you should buy. And I don't think I'm going to recommend any. Franklin's is... Well, I would say Cannibal is one of the best killers to start off with, because he also has Barbecue. Barbecue is a really good perk. And also Knockout, which isn't amazing, actually, but it's there. So, yeah, I would probably just pick up Leatherface. You can get Barbecue if you don't have it already, and then I think Barbecue is level 40 for him, so you'll just get these along the way anyway. So you'll just have these and just, you know, you'll just have them, so you have them basically. Territorial is just utterly pointless. Up the Ante needs just stuff to synergize with, and also that's the complaint about Breakout as well. Also, again, solo queue using this is a whole different story. If you have teammates, literally, if you're not a survive friends, this kind of falls flat really. And it's only like, you know, if you're wanting to do that meme build of like, you know, make sure no one gets hooked and everything. I don't really use this. I wouldn't really see anyone using this in like a serious build or anything, or like, you know, trying to win and that and stuff. So it's more like a fun perk. It's like a niche one, but not one I would use seriously if I was trying to like just play normally, you know. So yeah, I'm actually not going to recommend anything. I'm going to say save your shards, wait for next week. Maybe if you have one of these perks already, just buy it again for luck points. Maybe get that outfit you want. I don't know. Do whatever. Personally though, I just think none of these are worth it. So that's going to do it from me. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, like I said, these uploads will be probably a bit inconsistent. I will keep you updated on my Twitter. But yeah, so don't expect them always to be on Wednesdays for a few weeks, you know. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.